I want to see if when people talk in Telegram, if they talk in Telegram, that it'll show up on the video.
Okay. So we're live on
the sound?
Yeah, the sound, exactly.
So we're live on
the sound?
Oh, I didn't mean to post that in the main chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you. Let's see.
I don't need my webcam, right? Just the sound?
Yeah, sorry. The link I just sent you isn't the right one. I need to send the YouTube link. Yeah, sorry. The link I just sent you. Okay, yeah. So go there, Jonathan, and then I'm just curious if you hear yourself when you talk. So once you get on there, sorry, you guys, I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Yeah, sorry, Lori.
Right, so on YouTube, right? I just need to listen to my and see if I can hear my own voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt's not here.
Yeah, I can hear my own voice.
You can?
I can hear myself.
Is it pretty clear?
Yeah. Really clear, yeah, as if I'm in the live stream.
Yeah, cool. All right. So anybody in Telegram can join the conversation. Let's get started.
Great.
So we have nothing to really talk about, but plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting couple of days. Very
That
interesting.
is an understatement in my life, personally. It has been probably one of the more stressful, and I've been in pretty stressful situations. And it's not stressful for like any reason why you would think that it would be stressful. It's stressful because people want to buy StarShip, and I'm not doing a good enough job making it easy for them to buy. So, and like we put in a tremendous amount of effort to get people to buy StarShip easier, but like these are the people who are contacting me personally. They're like friends, family of friends, people I don't know, some people I do know, and they don't know crypto, but they know about us or they know about me personally. This is like in my personal life. And they want to invest in me or they want to invest in the team, right? But this would be like their first crypto investment, and it's not easy, right? So like there are people like when I tell them that, you have to sign up for a Binance account and you've got to get BNB, and then you've got to send that BNB versus Binance via Binance Smart Chain to the Starbase wallet, and then you can purchase from there. It's like way over their head, right?
Yeah. I mean, in the first sentence, you say, "Oh yeah, you've got to get Binance." They're already like, "What is that?"
Right? What is Binance? And then I've had people who are like, "Wait, I don't understand. Isn't crypto illegal in the U.S.?" And I'm just like, "Oh, dude, this is crazy." Like, the level of education that doesn't exist for crypto around the world and misinformation in general is like massive.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm sort of scrambling today to expedite the on-ramping of crypto, which is where we use a third-party provider, like Simplex or Wire, and they you can use your debit card or your credit card to buy StarShip.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a temporary solution, an expensive one at that, but we need it because we're already doing the on-ramping via our Visa partner, but that's not going to be up for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
And people want in now.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, even in the UK, it's even harder because my friend, I remember like only a couple of weeks ago when we were at 34 cents, he wanted to put £5,000 in, which is, I don't know, give or take $7,000. But his bank, it was blocked. And then let alone he had to actually go through the whole process of putting it onto Binance. It is difficult, especially to like UK users and obviously anywhere where crypto isn't friendly at the moment. So if there is a way that we can expedite that, then it needs to be done. And if it costs us a bit of money, then it does, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
It's not a bit of money. It's like 15 grand, but we'll make that all back. That's not going to be an issue, and it's what's crazy, man. What I was just going to say is, I don't have a problem to spend, and this is going to sound kind of corny, but it's like I don't have a problem to spend 15 grand to find a temporary solution to change people's lives. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm getting messages from people saying that that their investment in StarShip is changing their lives, changing their life, their wife's life, their children's life. It's incredible. I was talking to Sana this morning, and I mean, I know I don't think she directly said that we're changing her life, but I know she feels that way. So she is Makuji's sister, who bought at 1 cent like 90 days ago or something. Yeah. And I mean, just imagine that. Like, that's where are we right now?
Pardon?
Where are we?
Oh, we're at 244. That's 2,440.
3x.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. And we're just getting started.
Yeah.
We're literally just getting started.
I said this in a LinkedIn post earlier. I said, people don't understand how early they are. People are quick to say, oh, it's too late to get in now. But they were saying the same thing under $1, which was only a few days ago. Okay,
so I was talking to someone today about that. He was from Moon Poly, which we are. I'm getting a call from my brother-in-law. He's probably trying to mortgage his house to get into StarShip. This guy came in from Moon Poly, and it was an awesome conversation this morning. I liked it. And what he had said that exact same thing. He's like, yeah, but I mean, first off, he was blown away that we broke a $50 million market cap with doing very little marketing. And I talked to him about the NFT sales and the kind of culture that we've been building here, and how we believe that culture is contagious, and so we're just especially once people are getting their 100x, or even 50x or 10x, they're telling their family, they're telling their friends, and and so he was saying, yeah, I think I missed the boat or whatever, and I was trying to explain to him, and I did it pretty well, that right now is still 1,000x position, which sounds ridiculous, seeing as we just went 243x in the last 90 days. Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how right now at $2.44 is still a 1,000x position, meaning that we're going to be at 2,445 or whatever that math is. I don't know. Dollars per StarShip, right?
Yeah, of course.
So how are we doing it?
Well, let's look at it this way, right? We spoke a while back, I think before we even started this, and your plan and my plan now, of course, and Matt's plan, this is a 10, 15, 20 plus year plan. I mean, to consider what we've built and what we've done in 6 months, imagine 5, 10, 15 years down the line. Our ecosystem is built to be flexible, so we're going to build probably tens, hundreds of businesses on this ecosystem. And, with the Riv protocol alone, I can imagine us reaching that, that point, let alone all the holders that we're gaining. I mean, 6,000 holders already, and our name isn't really out there yet, Yeah, no. $2,400. It sounds crazy, but it's not really, It
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. So do you have that? I don't think I have. Did they set this up with the /riv?
Yes, they did. They
Oh, wait,
put
hold on. Sorry,
debates.
Jonathan. I didn't mean to send that to you. Let me get this /riv. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen.
Hmm.
Okay. Pop. Oh, I love that video. That 10 forward is so awesome.
Yeah, and the camera quality as well is so good. It's like so clean.
Yeah, I wanted to use it, but yeah, it's a 4K camera. The battery is dead, and I have to buy an adapter so that I can like use it plugged in at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the whoever designed this camera, which is a really nice camera.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they would design a camera that can't be plugged in and record at the same time. It makes no sense to me.
I bet it's an expensive camera as well.
It's not crazy. The Matt's camera, our creative director, Matt, his camera is like, I don't know, it's like $3,000 or something.
I was about to ask about Matt actually. Is he's still around, right? I know he has that corporate job now.
Yeah. So, and we actually really wanted him to take that job, and now I'm trying to get him to quit. Yeah. Because I didn't expect this growth until after the game released. I mean, we always knew that we were going to grow like this.
Yeah.
But I definitely wasn't expecting it now. And part of that is because I wasn't expecting to sell $1 million in NFTs. So, yeah. But you know who was expecting that?
Yeah.
My boy Matt, who's not here.
He sits next to you, yeah.
Yeah, who's not here. He'll be here tonight, I think. Dude, he totally called it. Like the day that we started selling, he's like, dude, we're gonna sell out. He said the same thing with the founders cards.
The thing is, right? I mean, Matt.
I was like, dude, I don't think we're gonna even sell 15. But I'm the pessimist of the relationship, right? Yeah. He's the optimist, and I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong.
Well, the thing is about Matt is he's so optimistic, and there have been times where I've doubted him, but he has come through pretty much every time. Even when these predictions like are crazy, but they're pulling off. So. Absolute hats off to him. He's a really brilliant guy.
Yeah.
And I like his optimism as well because it gets everyone else excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need
so I'm not operating a multi-screen right now.
I could use another screen actually as well. I have like 6 tabs open.
Yeah, I have 3 screens, but not when I'm filming.
No.
Oh, cool. We have questions. I love questions, but I want to get to those questions, but I want to talk about the RIP protocol and how we're going to get to $2,445, which is 1,000x from here. Is that right? Is the math right on that? I don't know. We'll find out. But either way, we're getting there. So when I was talking to this guy this morning who thought that he couldn't get in yet, or he thought that he missed the boat, and I was telling him, yeah, no, you didn't. We're still 1,000x from here. I explained to him the RIP protocol, which is just taking the game into consideration. We did $1 million in NFTs at 100,000 users, which is going to be like our big milestone goal. We will be making roughly $40 million. That's our financial projection.
How many users?
$40 million per month with 100,000 users playing.
100,000.
Yeah, this is roughly half of what Axie Infinity has right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so and they got to 200,000 plus within like 10 months or something. So obviously,
it's about $1.6 billion because I think they had a $30 billion evaluation not long ago.
Yeah. So so thinking about the RIP protocol, which we should explain right now, which is where we take the profits from the game and everything else that we're doing, and we purchase our own token with it. And then all that token that we purchased, we deliver to our stakeholders. Okay. Yeah. So if you follow, and I should get more prepared for this, but if you follow the flow chart of the Rift protocol, you can see how easy that is to attain, like that 2,000 plus number, because we're literally just buying our own token in massive amounts of millions of dollars. So we're gonna easily be going into the decimals, which is where we surpass BNB in value, is where we will start hitting the decimals, where like 1 BNB equals 0.5 Starship.
Yeah. And
So
it was around $3 million, wasn't it, yesterday? To put us at what, $42 with no sales?
yeah, with no cells, but obviously we're going to get cells.
Yes.
So yeah, so I would say, and to be honest, we're not getting the amount of cells that I thought that we would be getting. I've been out here telling, on video or in voice, and I've been telling people how volatile. I'm trying to manage expectations, but how volatile this can be, and how dude, we're gonna shoot up to $7 and then back down to $4, and then we're gonna shoot up to $11 and then back down to $7, and you never know. We can go down to $2 and then we'll shoot back up to 20. When the swing traders get in here and the professional traders get in here, it's gonna get buck wild, no question. But I'm not seeing that yet, and I think when we are on the centralized exchange this next upcoming week, I think we're going to see a lot of that volatility come through.
I was just about to say, with the exchanges, especially when we start moving to top 5, top 10 exchanges.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So right now is still an amazing entry point to get in. I mean, I think in the next week, you're going to see, from where we are right now, you're going to see 2, 3, maybe 4x. It's totally not out of the realm of possibility that we would hit $10 by next Friday. Like I said, with the centralized exchange, it can really go anywhere. But we want to just ensure investors that with the Riv protocol, you really don't want to be scalping this token. You don't want to be doing any short plays. This token is meant to be invested in. Oh man, I lost you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Wait.
So, this token is meant and designed to be invested into long term, and that's why the Riv protocol pays out so heavy to stakeholders.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, if you're getting in now, great position. I think that we're going to get a 2 to 3x within the next week. I think we're going to see from here, we're going to see probably a 20x by the end of the year, if not by the end of November. So I've been pretty modest about my projections just to manage expectations. But where I projected we would be by the end of the year a couple of weeks ago, we're going to be there I don't know, by tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Like $4.80 or something? $4.80.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just when I look at this chart, I'm just mind blown, dude. It is.
I mean, the fact
dips come in and they just get slaughtered.
Yeah, and the fact as well that I don't know if we're there now, but on CoinMarketCap for a while, we were like the first non-meme coin. I say non-meme coin because I'm fairly sure. In the last 7 days for growth, which is it really is brilliant.
Yeah. So Maverick, I'm gonna get to your questions, buddy. Sorry, can you say that again?
He's speaking to me.
Yeah, what you just said.
So we were about CoinMarketCap.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, the non-meme coin.
Yeah.
So I think 7 day. I was posting this before. I don't know where it is now because at that point I think we're at $2.80. But on the 7-day, I believe we were like, I don't know, top 25, or actually last 7-day, I think it might have been top 10. And then last 30-day was top 25. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we
But
should still be. Yeah. That's
yeah,
good.
but like year long wise,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna break the top 10 this year for the fastest growing, or ROI, fastest return, uh, in the crypto space, top 10.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna hit that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, especially with this rate of growth.
I mean,
And
nothing surprises me right now.
yeah. So the partnership that's supposed to be coming out on Monday, obviously, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Are we? I don't know. Are you talking about the centralized exchange, or are you talking about the influencer?
The influencer.
Yeah.
So obviously, because I'm not even sure myself, is that a done deal? Do you know?
Yeah, I know. He popped in our Telegram the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's why it got sort of leaked, because people know who he is.
Oh, so he actually came into the Telegram.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome, man.
So
Obviously, I knew there were contracts involved, right? And obviously, I didn't know whether they had been signed yet.
yeah. Oh, I don't know that. I'm not part of that, but I know at least verbally everything is set.
Yeah.
So I want to answer Maverick's questions real quick. He says, do we know how many NFT packs will go live for the influencer sale? I think I totally could be wrong about this. Was it 15 different packs?
What's that? Sorry?
Was it 15 different packs? How many packs are going live with the influencer?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. You know what, Maverick? I think Matt's coming over tonight. And Matt knows, he holds the keys to all these questions.
Yeah. Matt, I need to catch up with Matt, because he's creating some brilliant deals, and me, I'm just a bit like, I don't know how he does it. He's like a wizard.
He was meeting with the mayor of San Diego last night.
How does he do this? Like, this is why I need to be in San Diego, because I need, like, he obviously.
You're missing it. You're missing the boat. It's sailing away. Yeah, so we should do that. I should start streaming on Foot Hour instead of Matt. Yeah, because Matt's not here. So, and this isn't Foot Hour. You know, this is just like I guess it could be Foot Hour, right? Because like we're talking about the project on a level where, you know, people have questions, right? So I guess this could be Foot Hour. It's definitely not 10 forward, because if it were 10 forward, I'd have a beer right here, which I could, because it's almost 2 o'clock, but then I'm going to fall asleep and I can't do that. It's like 2 beers for me is like NyQuil. And anybody who knows me knows that's true. So, all right, let's keep going down. Maverick's got tons of questions. What is done with the tokens that are bought back in the Rift protocol? So, great question. Pretty sure you've heard this answer like 20 times, but there are a lot of people who haven't. So let's talk about those tokens. At the beginning, like all the tokens that we're purchasing right now, those are going to be, and I still have to send out the survey. I was supposed to send it out yesterday, but you know, tons of stuff happened, but I do need to get that out. So a survey is being sent out to our internal team right now. Anybody with a deploy StarShip email is going to get not a survey, but a contribution report. So our internal team is going to be filling out a report talking about how long they've been with StarShip, what their contributions have been, if they have spent any money on StarShip or sold StarShip to get money to spend it on something else. They can submit receipts for that, and we'll reimburse those. And then me, Matt, Azel, and a couple other people are going to go over the contribution reports, and we're going to attribute a StarShip token value to it, and then we are going to distribute that token to our contributors. This is very important to us because we have built this whole thing, this whole project that is at a 245x or something right now on the free labor of all these people. And so we want to thank them and give them a token of our affection.
Yeah.
That's pun. That was punny.
Mm-hmm.
I got no laugh from you on that. Okay, so yeah, that's really important to us. And then once that's done, we're going to initiate the Rift protocol or the staking contract. And so when we purchase the token with our profits, that token is going to be distributed proportionally to everyone who stakes. I'm estimating roughly 50% of the token will be staked. It could be more, it could be less. And so when I say the token's going to be distributed proportionally, I mean that if Jake were to deposit 200,000 token into the RIP protocol or the staking contract, and I were to deposit 100,000 token into the staking contract, Jake proportionally is going to receive twice as much redistribution of token than I am. It's the same thing how reflections work right now. So it's going to be proportional to how much you hold in relation to the other people in the staking pool. And, you know, we have a cool graphic for that, and we're going to have more graphics for it. So you guys can all see visually what that looks like, because that's just sort of easier to digest. That is a dad joke. Hey, she's here. I was just talking about you. Sana's here. I feel like we need more questions. Or Jake just left me, so now I'm all alone again. What an asshole. All right, so let's go into Telegram. You guys have any questions? Are you tired of listening to me yet? Because I'm tired of listening to myself.
Jared, can I have a quick word?
Yeah, please.
Before I play. Okay, great. I want to thank you. Actually, I have the pleasure to join your regular video chats, and I always listen to your conversation, and recently I learned a lot. I started to invest in StarShip, and I believe it was back in mid-May, so the price was at 70 cents.
17 cents?
17 cents, yes. Yeah, it dropped further, and I, bought even more until it was, I believe, around, I don't know, July 25th, 26th. It was around 0.009 dollar, and by that time, I believe I obtained my biggest bag. So initially, I planned to, sell some of my tokens after getting into a certain level. But when I, the more I watched your FUD hours, and the more I understood about the Reef protocol and the StarShip as project that is not limited to the token, but to includes many different projects. It totally changed my view, and So I think of StarShip as a long-term investment, which even I think I'm by far one of the oldest guys who keeps StarShip. I am one of the, I believe I am at position 20 something of the holders. I think this is very important to educate the holders about the Reef protocol, because this would prevent sudden and hastily sales. I just wanted to thank you and to say how important that is to offer these educational sessions to the holders, and the more people understand the not only the dynamic but also the potential behind StarShip, it probably will impact their decision how to handle StarShip and how to view StarShip as a long-term investment rather than a trading, token, which StarShip is actually not. So, yeah.
I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah, no. So if it wasn't clear, what he was saying is, he got in at 17 cents. It went all the way down. He kept purchasing, and this wasn't meant. I think if I'm understanding you right, this wasn't meant to totally be a long-term investment for you. But as you started seeing us on YouTube and listening to us, and in kind of the way I like to explain it is that there's a difference between, my wife I think says this to me, like between hearing something and listening to something, or it's vice versa or something like that. But I think that it's so different when there's a different level of connection when you're seeing someone talk about it. And he was saying that was really impactful for him, and so he decided to stay in it and not get out once he got like a 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, and now it's a long-term thing. And on your whole, I mean, if you're number 20, like if you're in the 20s at all, you're about to become a millionaire. So let's just think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. Actually, to be honest, I mean, there were days when I put $1,000 into StarShip, and the next day it was worth $200, and then I put another $1,000, and the next day it was worth $200 again. So yeah. I was really, really, scared. And then I understood one thing. I go through all messages that are posted on Telegram. I read, I have a certain reading techniques so I try to collect the most important messages, by quickly going through all messages. What I want to say, there was a time when there was a lot of pressure on you guys, and everyone was, there was a lot of flooding. Although the community is great, I don't want to blame the community. People were quite nervous, and they, constantly asked you guys to release news. And what impressed me most at that time was that you and Matt and Ashley and all other guys who really worked quite hard behind the scenes, you simply stick to your plan, didn't let the pressure, do something that, hastily or without, thinking. true. And this impressed me. So I understood that you have a certain plan and you're convinced of your plan. And this was actually what impressed me more and what gave me the confidence at that time that you certainly know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this is why I stick with StarShip. This is the main reason why I stick.
You want to hear something crazy? I felt way less pressure then when we were on the floor or on our way down to the floor than I feel now. I feel the most pressure now. In although like my level of confidence hasn't changed at all because I do know what I'm doing and Matt knows what he's doing and our team knows what they're doing and we have great leaders and we have the experience and everything has been incredibly thought out. We really concentrated on building out the infrastructure to support our growth. And so, yeah, at this point, there's no way we're not going to be, we're not going to break a $10 billion market cap and beyond unless we can't execute. So the reason why I say I feel more pressure now than I ever did when we were at a penny or really anywhere else under 20 cents is because in that phase I was like in hardcore dev mode, right? So this is a mode where like I'm constantly making mistakes, right? And I'm trying to make mistakes. Like I'm going out of my way to see if I can break the app and if I could break the exchange or whatever we're doing because I need to figure out like where our vulnerabilities are. And so, yeah, all that outside noise and that pressure, at the end of the day, for me, it's like, look, you trust me or you don't. You trust the team or you don't. If you don't trust the team, totally respect that decision, sell out. But if you listen to what we're saying and see what we're doing and you trust the team, then I'm not going to say I promise you, and this is not financial advice, but we're going to take this over $10 billion. And to be honest, it's not even going to be that hard, which is the craziest thing ever. And the reason why it's not going to be that hard is because 70% of this planet still thinks that crypto is used for underground, like drug selling or like whatever. And they're not in it yet. And so the majority of our competition, all of these businesses and all of these other engineers, they're not in crypto yet. Like they're still doing whatever they're doing. And they will come into crypto because there is no stopping it. And it is a monetary revolution and it is taking over. And businesses will be merging onto blockchain and onto cryptocurrency.
So, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Jason.
Did you even see today's news with Facebook and changing it to Meta? I mean, that's what you guys need to see just from that. That in itself is way beyond what your average person can even comprehend.
Yeah,
we kind of understand a little bit of it, but I'm sure they're still doing things that we still haven't even seen.
Yeah, no, that
just happened like an hour, 2 hours ago.
I think, but that was leaked like a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, leading up to it, but the fact that they're actually doing it now, I mean, that's the there's leaks, there's talks, but they just changed their name. They're changing the stock symbol, everything. This is legit now.
Yeah, no, they're
have all these people, all the friends, colleagues. Again, they're all messaging me now. How do I buy ETH? How do I buy BTC? It's the same cycle from like 2017 all over again. They're all going to start buying it.
Yeah, and this is where what kind of like what I was just going off of and how I know for sure we're going to surpass a $10 billion market cap is because we have the infrastructure, we have the people, we have the products, and we're here before anyone else. Like we're here before like I don't know, 95% of the world moves on to cryptocurrency. And
it'd be insane.
Yeah, and Facebook changing its name to Meta and its branding, like Jason was just saying, all that stuff. This is because if you guys don't know, this is because they are about to take on and overhaul this entire space and heavily. I mean, they're going to change the metaverse, like, because everything for them is all about the metaverse right now, which is why they changed their name to Meta, because that's where their focus is going to be.
Some people also don't even understand that Oculus, their VR headsets and all that tech is made by Facebook.
Yeah, they bought them for like $2 billion
from the start.
I think they bought them for like $2 billion. What, like, long time ago? Like five.
It's all been planned out.
Yeah. Oh, they knew they were moving in this direction for a long time. And
it goes back to Libra. Remember all those companies? I think there's like 16 of them that all had to pay $1 billion each just to join. You know, like Uber, Walmart, all these guys. They got denied with Libra, and now you got Facebook coming out with their own metaverse.
Yeah.
And just like any other metaverse, and even your game, you can't have an unlimited amount of land. You know, it's the same concept. They have to come up with a certain number, and that's what I'm personally actually waiting for to see how they mitigate all that.
Yeah, and so one of our partners, I don't know if we've announced them yet, but has a grant with Facebook, and we're building with them, and so we're going to have, with our game, you know, first access into Facebook's whole metaverse ecosystem. How that exactly plays.
Now is the time to be putting out an article on that one. That's everyone's getting hyped up with Facebook. Put that thing out now.
Yeah. No, we're okay. So probably like 2 months ago, I'm just like throwing these numbers out, but they're not too far off. We were at just over 2-3 months ago. We were just over $2 trillion in the overall cryptocurrency market. And we're probably, let me check on my Starbase app. We are probably going to surpass 3 trillion in the next month or so, if not sooner. And so,
November, definitely.
Yeah. So the sentiment of cryptocurrency is changing. So we're at 2.75 trillion right now. And I mean, dude, 2 years ago, it was like 100 billion.
So I have a question for you, Jared. Sorry to cut in. So as obviously the market cap's so high, how do you think that's going to impact the bear market? Do you think
No, that's the whole 2.75 trillion. That's the whole cryptocurrency market.
Yeah.
So
Bitcoin has like 1 trillion of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I think you're going to see their market dominance. We should be seeing their market dominance drop. We want to see their market dominance drop. That means that there's been more. Yeah, more exactly, and there's been more adoption to different blockchains and different technology. So we definitely want to absolutely see that. And I'm so stoked on Facebook making this way, because you know, the business world is going to follow suit, and that's a huge part of what we're doing. So, you know, there are no competitors in this space right now, in my opinion. That's why we've been so pro with partnerships. That's why we go out of our way to help other communities, because we want to help people build up. Like, we want to help people launch their own companies in crypto. We want that global adoption. It's going to help the whole industry. So,
Jared, with the game, right? And so I love the fact that you're an OG N64 gamer.
Yeah, dude. Super Smash Brothers was my jam.
Yeah, you couldn't get me away from that stuff. That's like the iconic game platform of the days.
Yeah,
These don't even know what the hell that's about.
Yeah, that was the only console that I ever obsessed over. Like, I couldn't play Call of.
Did you have it wasn't like a Tamagotchi, but you're able to like bring the portable console within the game itself. I forgot what the thing was called. like you could bring the console with you, and there was like another little game that you added to it, kind of like a battery pack.
Oh, I don't remember
Down,
that.
like memory lane.
Oh, dude,
What I'm getting at though is, like N64, like we were glued to that. We would go to school, we would come back home, and that's the first thing that I would do.
yeah,
I would just get stuck in there.
yeah,
If the game that you guys have can bring back like those types of memories, specifically just for me, but then also grab the attention of all these other gamers, these communities, that's it. That's all you guys have to do.
yeah. So I think obviously it's gonna be totally different than N64, but I think
the emotions,
exactly,
the gaming aspect.
Yeah, I think that our game is going to, for multiple reasons. One, there's a financial component to it. People can literally make a living while playing the game. You're probably not going to be doing that living in San Diego, but there are going to be millions and millions of people who live in third world countries that are going to be making the same amount as anyone else who lives anywhere else in the world, and it's going to be life-changing for them. And but not to mention that, like, it's just going to be super cool. And I've been saying that I've been FOMOing in on this game, and it just gets more and more every day. I'm really excited to see the AMA tomorrow. It's going to provide a completely different level of engagement, in my opinion. Not to mention that you're going to be meeting other people and growing out your own personal network and earning money and having a good time. And it's going to get obsessive, I think.
Well, I think you had also mentioned that there's going to be not necessarily like sweepstakes, but there's definitely going to be hidden components throughout these different space stations or planets where people could actually find, Bitcoin or ETH or StarShip, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you guys hear this gardener outside?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Damn it.
A little bit.
Damn it. I gotta soundproof this thing now. I did it again.
Just have to consistently add to it, I'm afraid, Jared.
Yeah.
Whole garage.
Yeah.
You can't really hear him much anyway. It's quite faint.
Okay. Yeah, so there are some questions, and I'm going to get to those. I don't think I actually posted the fact that we're on YouTube.
No, you didn't. Well, we still have 17 people in here, which is okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they get
Sorry.
They get notifications if they're subscribers. All right, let's go into some of these questions here. And if anybody has any questions in Telegram, let us know, and Jake and I will talk about it on. We're live on YouTube right now. If you didn't know that, so okay.
He doesn't say that. All right.
Oh, yeah. See, you didn't know. Yeah, I think I said it at the beginning, but it'd be cool if I could post something.
Top-notch stuff, man. Arcia, I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but listening to what he was saying earlier about deciding to make the decision to hold on to this project more for a long-term approach rather than just short-term gains. There's always short-term gains, long-term pains.
Yeah.
Especially when you see projects like this just to continue growing. But I want everybody that's here, listening or watching these videos to really take notice of what Jared, Matthew, the admins, and this community is really doing at this moment. The fact that Jared is on Telegram live chat and on YouTube, that's just basic marketing, but also being in touch with the community. You very rarely see that with the majority of crypto projects.
Yeah,
so to have that nice touch and connection is very, very important. So, I definitely appreciate it. I sure hope that everybody that's watching, listening, understands that this is real, and it's. I think we're gonna head into some good times. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. I appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Totally.
Okay, so I want to get to some of these questions. So if there's anybody listening that wants to sell Maverick some legendary ships for $1,000, I think he's willing to pay $1,000. And I should have made this deal with him beforehand, but I expect at least a 10 or 15% commission on that sale. I'm joking. The next question is, at what point are buybacks from the Riv protocol initiated? We already started them. So that's actually kind of probably what got this whole ball rolling, is that we are very strategically buying at certain moments. So whether there's a big dip and we want to stabilize the chart, we've been buying. Whether there's just inactivity and we want to show an upward trend, we started buying. So we basically just start purchasing to get that ball rolling, and we do it slowly. We try to see if anyone's going to sell, because we want people who are trying to get those gains and sell. We want them to sell before we purchase, right? And we've just been steadily doing that. So when we see that volume is picking up naturally and organically, after we've been doing these little buybacks, then we don't purchase anymore. We let the market do what the market's going to do. And I have to check, so I'm just speculating right now, but I think we've only done like 50, maybe 100K in buybacks. I have to check. And we have a lot more left. And it took us, I think we started doing buybacks a little under, I want to say somewhere around like 50, 60 cents. Again, I have to check. I'm just like going off of memory. And doing those little buybacks to stimulate the chart and give confidence to people led to almost $3.
Yeah.
So
not only that is that from the insurance wallet, Jared?
It's the same thing, but no, it's not the same thing. The insurance wallet is a dedicated wallet for large sell-offs. Like if that guy who owns 1.5 million were to sell off, it's for that. We're doing it out of multiple wallets. We are not trying to, when we release staking, we'll likely, for sure in the smart contract for staking or the RIP protocol, you're going to be able to see, like when the contract is purchasing, how much it's purchased. But for right now, as we're trying to really zone in on that algorithm, we don't, especially as we're getting more swing traders in, we don't want people knowing when we're buying.
Yeah.
So because they're just going to wait till we're done buying and then they'll sell. So we're going to try to avoid that as long as possible. All right, that was the first part of the question. Is Riv initiated when whales dump, or is it initiated for gradual buybacks, or both? I think I actually probably just answered that. So it's all of the above. Next question. Do you know more about the component NFT consumption bonus? Nope. But watch the AMA tomorrow, or Jake probably knows.
So let me just check the component NFT.
Break the dark.
Bonus. I wonder if they're referring to the different rarities of components and the differences between each one for the consumption.
Christoph, did you hear what Jake said there?
I'm not sure if that's what they mean. What I will say is I want to host another Twitter Spaces tomorrow. Hopefully, I want to get one of the devs on. Whether Jose's free or not, I need to message him. Which I'll do.
They're doing an AMA.
Oh, they're doing an AMA tomorrow.
Yeah, let's make sure we spread this stuff out. Really, we want to be doing this kind of stuff like every day.
Yeah.
But we want to definitely make sure we're spreading it out, and we definitely don't want to be doing anything around the time that the AMA is going on.
No, of course, yeah, no, that's right. Who is it that asked the question? Christoph.
Sorry, what?
Christoph, if you haven't seen the game design document, I would suggest going to game.deploystarship.com/GDD. There you can see like pretty much all of the mechanics of the game, the phases and whatnot, and obviously different like mining production and things like that. You might find your answer there.
Cool. And if you want to clarify with your question, feel free to comment again. All right. I don't know what a notification bell is, but that sounds like fun. The new listing. Will the ad be next week? I think. Will the new listing? Okay, something about the listing next week. Sorry about that. The listing is going out next week. We're announcing it on Tuesday, I believe. And we have been talking to the CMO and the CEO of the company, of the listing exchange. And we are scheduling a joint announcement, have them on our show or us on whatever platform they use, and to promote Deploy StarShip to their user base, which is 5 to 6 million monthly active users. MAUs. Okay, Frank the Tank. When staking is available, how long will it be locked for? This is a great question. I've been touching on this a little bit. I've got to convince Matt to do something.
Jared, you gotta back up, man. You just said something about how many, how large is that community? You said 5 million.
5 to 6 million is the exchange's monthly active user volume.
And you guys want to implement StarShip into that?
No, that's where we're getting listed on the centralized exchange.
I don't know. Yeah, well, on the exchange, but then you had mentioned it's going to be like an onboarding process as well to bring those users onto StarShip, not just to trade the token. I mean, is there going to be more to it than that?
No, I'm sorry. I think I meant to say that we are talking to the CMO about doing, and they agreed to do like a joint announcement where they might come on our show.
Gotcha.
And then promote Deploy StarShip or just StarShip to their community, their users, the exchange users.
Sounds like a possible future space station owner right there.
Matt doesn't even want to sell space stations anymore. I mean, he is selling them.
He closed up. I think you guys want to remove it now too.
Yeah.
You want to remove it from the wax slate.
Yeah. No, he's very focused. He is holding on to several to sell, but he's definitely focused on strategic moves. I mean, this guy thinks like 6 or 7 plays ahead. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
So,
sorry to cut you off. I
No,
just
you're
heard
good.
5 million users, and gotta put some focus on that one.
yeah. So Frank the Tank asks, when staking is available, how long will it be locked for? This is something I'm trying to convince Matt of. It's something I literally just kind of came up with, I think 48 hours ago. When I've been troubled with trying to figure out what we're going to do with our limited supply of token. And so I've been thinking about, because I want to reintroduce token into the liquidity pool to strengthen the liquidity pool and make it easier for people to obtain token and not just fractions of token. And so some of the staking options that we are discussing or will be discussing is if people are willing to trade, like we'll launch, essentially it works like an equity NFT, but it's not an equity because you don't actually own a portion of the physical company. What you will own is a portion of the staking pool. So let's say Jake wants to stake forever, because my goal is to get people to stake forever. Jake wants to stake forever. He's going to trade 50,000 StarShip token for an NFT that holds X amount of percent of the RIP protocol, essentially. And Jake can So basically, that NFT captures all of, let's say, for 50,000 token, it was 1% of the staking pool, and Jake can he can hold on to that NFT and get the 1% of our profits or 1% of the StarShip token that's purchased through the Rift protocol. If Jake wants to sell that NFT later, he's more than welcome to. And this is where you can actually get a valuation on a single NFT, because you'll be able to track how much revenue that NFT has generated over the years. And you would be able to make a purchase decision by saying, okay, well, this 1% has equated to, $50 million in the last 5 years, and there's been X amount of increase year after year. So this NFT could theoretically be worth $100 million or $150 million, because the idea, like when you purchase a business, is that that's all theoretical, is that you take the amount of income that it has like a multiplier effect, right? So you can kind of apply the same type of valuation. This has never been done before. I don't think it has. And we're still in the process of figuring out, like, do we want to do something like that? Or do we want to just have people stake in certain pools that have different returns, which means that one pool, let's say, is 6 months, another is a year, another is like 5 years. For the people who invest for the long term, that pool may get, let's say, 50% of the profits, and then the middle pool gets 35, and then the smallest pool gets 15. So the user can choose which way they want to go. We haven't decided on any of this yet. The opportunities are all on the table. It's really just gaming it out and seeing what's going to be most advantageous for not just our holders or investors, but also for the token. We do want to find opportunities to build up our liquidity pool and reintroduce our token into the liquidity pool. So I think exchanging for an NFT would be super cool. But I haven't totally had an in-depth conversation with Matt on that, and it's just been a little chaotic for us. So that was a long-winded answer for a question, but let's keep going. Let's see. Can you talk more about the influencer sale? Yeah, it's going to happen on November 15th or something like that. I can't really talk about it. We haven't officially announced it, but
I think it's going on Monday.
Yeah, it's coming this next week. And whether or not there are 15 new different types, I'm not sure. They likely will be going on Atomic Hub. And these questions are all really mostly for Matt. And he should be coming over tonight. So I think we might get back online. I think I'm going to end up doing like 10 hours on air, whether it's through like Telegram or YouTube.
My eyes hurt from being on a screen, and like I don't know if it's lack of sleep or what, but I keep I'm just so clumsy now.
Yeah. Will there be a whitelist for the new sale? We have talked about that with the founders cards. Not just for that sale. We've been talking to Hard Factor, and Hard Factor is doing some super cool stuff. They're gonna have I don't know if I can talk about this right now, so I'm gonna need to check in with Matt. But Hard Factor is going to be doing some stuff with StarShip, and my good buddy of Hard Factor, Pat, has been working with Ultra Rare. And if you guys don't know, Pat manages the rights for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie. And so they're working with Ultra Rare and making some really cool NFTs. And we don't know if we're going to be working with Ultra Rare yet, but we do know that coincidentally, Ultra Rare was talking about StarShip to Pat, and Pat's like, Oh yeah, I'm like good buddies with Jared. He's the CTO at Deploy StarShip. That was just like a weird coincidence. So we're gonna see if we can get linked together and do something fun. But dude, ultra rare StarShip get together. That is like an NFT explosion. That will be a lot of fun, a ton of fun. So yeah, I think we will have a whitelist sale for that. We're gonna try to get the whitelist sale for the founders, the people that own the founders cards. We're gonna try to get that for their pre-sales too. So for ultra rares sales. Paper sneaker. That should be a module you can use to develop a space station or a planet. I like that. Do you know how many players can start playing it after alpha test? I don't. I think that might be, again, these are all better asked to the, just in case you guys don't know, the game is literally the one technical aspect of this game that I do not personally oversee. It is the only thing of our company that I don't oversee from a technical engineer's perspective. I am becoming better, well-versed with it. We did onboard a couple developers, which is taking a lot of stress off me personally, which is why I get to talk to you guys more. And I have been learning a lot more on the technical side of the game. I still have a lot to catch up on. So I will do better at that for you. And so I can answer these questions. But I can tell you from an engineering perspective, the alpha test is going to tell us, give us a ton of data that we really just need to digest, not blow through, not just sort of skim off the top. We really need to dive into that data, and it'll tell us if we need to slowly scale, if we can just open the throttle and let it go. So that information will be coming very soon. Will there be an NFT card rent in the game? This is the second time this got brought up to me today. Interesting.
I heard something like that before.
I got to send you this DM from Johnny. Not that Johnny. I don't know if you know this other Johnny. He sent me something exactly like that. That's very interesting.
It's not Johnny Cat or anything, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't talked to that guy in months.
No, I haven't. I don't think.
Do you know what NFTs will be coming with the Founders Card NFT starter pack? I don't. I feel like I should, but I don't. What? Crypto Eve is in here?
She's here.
Ultra rare. I'm sure they have a Discord server. I know Pat sent me the Discord for. I don't know if it was for. Oh yeah, no, it was. They do. Or I don't know about ultra rare specifically, but for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they do have a Discord, and it's growing pretty well. It's at like 7,000 people or something like that.
What's that? Our one or?
What?
Are you talking about our Discord?
No. Pat's Discord with I keep stumbling on this horror movie. I've said it like 4 times in the last like 2 minutes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
They should do a trick or treat airdrop thing. Actually, Pat and I were talking the other day, not about that specifically, but we actually filmed yesterday, and we just need to get it cut up. But we talked about a lot of this stuff yesterday, on camera, and we just need to get it cut up so we can send out. But I think Matt actually was talking to him about doing a trick or treat airdrop. I'm not entirely sure, but I know Pat is looking at doing an airdrop for NFTs, and he wanted some advice on how to do that. I really hope that wasn't private information that I just released publicly. It's hard to keep this shit together. Okay. Cool. I just blew through all those questions. That was nice. Who's got more? You've got, what day is it today? Thursday? Ooh, Braden doesn't need to get picked up today. But the nanny just left, so I don't know how this is going to play out.
I'm not sure if it's a technical question, but I wanted to ask you, how is the tokenomics will be implemented in the exchange?
Yeah, so the tax isn't being implemented into the exchange. Anybody who is on the exchange won't receive rewards. So the way the exchange works is when you send your StarShip over to the exchange. By the way, if you do that, you're going to get charged that 10%. And then when you move back off the exchange, you're going to get charged 10%. So that should be noted. Once you're on the exchange, you're off of our smart contract, right? So the smart contract is not being used to distribute the token. Essentially, what the exchange does is it gathers everyone's StarShip who's purchasing or like moving their StarShip over or whatever into essentially like one wallet. It's not one wallet, but it kind of works that way. And inside that wallet, I'm just using that term. It's not actually just one central wallet, obviously, but they can exchange freely without getting taxed on the exchange. Now, again, when they move it off the exchange into a Binance Smart Chain wallet or capable wallet, then you will get charged that 10%. So everybody on the exchange, because you're not getting taxed, you're also not receiving redistributions. So everybody who stays on PancakeSwap or in a Binance Smart Chain wallet will actually begin to receive more distributions, because that if let's say 5 million, I don't think it's going to be this much, but let's say 5 million token moves onto the exchange. Again, I really don't think it's going to be that much. That wallet, that exchange wallet, is excluded from rewards. So now only, let's say 15 million, although it's really 13.908 million token, the reflection is only being distributed amongst the 13.9 million, not the 18.9 million. So that's kind of a cool little benefit. The exchange is mostly to, and any other exchange we move on is mostly to just kind of like broaden our market and allow people to see us in different areas. That's mostly it. If I were you or anyone else on here, I don't want to say, oh, I hate financial advice. I'm not giving financial. This is not financial advice. But I would personally stay on PancakeSwap so that you get the redistributions. Does that make sense? Do you have another question?
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Literally, anytime.
Cool.
It's the first time I've ever seen YouTube have more viewers than Telegram.
25, yeah.
Yeah, it's 26. Plus you and me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. 27, right? I don't know. Look, I'm so slow right now, man. I'm so excited. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can hardly sleep.
So we have another question, and that is, does the Mythic card holder will be enter game with the wallet $10 for test phase? I need to unscramble that for a sec. Does the Mythic card holder enter the game with? Oh, yeah. Okay. I get that now. So you always have to have the $10. Oh, in the test phase? No, I don't think so. Except, wait a second. If I were developing this game, I probably would initiate that. At least if it's on the test net, then that'll be super easy. Just because I want to ensure they have to test it. They want to ensure that that's working. That the $10 is working. So for sure, I would test it. I'm not the developer of the game, but now I'm going to have a conversation to make sure they are testing it. Okay. Next question from Crypto Eve, also known as Katie, Boss Lady, bunch of other things. Is there liquidity and market making for the exchange? 100%. Yeah, I think we're paying extra for the market making. And we get to split that's a revenue generating model, right? So like we're actually going to make money on that, the market making. And guess where that money goes, Katie? Crypto Eve? The Riv Protocol. Okay. I know you do not like financial advice, but what about buying a mythic card? I will tell you to buy a mythic card if I get a percentage of that deal. Is it good financial move? Yeah, so here's what I say. And I did say this before. Again, not financial advice, but I think I said this back when we were under $1. I told people, don't sell your StarShip. Hold your StarShip in your wallet or whatever. We're about to blow up. We still haven't blown up. The fuse is just lit. And so we're spiking, right? But we have not exploded yet. Yeah. So I believe, because people were saying, are you guys going to introduce new NFT cards or packs or whatever? Because, Grandpa Brandon is selling them for like $80,000 in the secondary market or whatever absurd thing he's doing since he owns that thing. And what I was saying, not financial advice. If you hold your StarShip, you're going to make so much more money that you can buy in the secondary market and still make money. So
I think that's
if I were doing it, that's what I would do. But my partner, Matt, is sharing all the NFT. We're sharing all of our cards together, and that guy loaded up. So I got my mythics, baby. And I don't even know how to use them.
I think that's why we restrict the packs as well, because just to allow the aftermarket to boom. I mean, Brandon made, I don't know how much money he made, but I know he made a lot of money.
He's got a lot of kids to feed, though.
What's that?
He's got a lot of kids to feed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right.
38 years old. He's got 5 kids. And his kid is about to have a kid. That's why he's grandpa.
Oh, that scares the thought. That scares me right now.
Yeah. I mean, I was born into that kind of culture. I'm one of 6 children. My mom is one of 9 children. And my aunt is only like 5 years older than me or something.
Yeah.
My aunt and my older brother are like the same age. Such a trip. The users on the exchange will be able to connect to the game. Oh, wow, that's a good game. That's a good question. I don't think so. So what?
It would be from a wallet, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have that in a wallet. So here's how it works from a tech perspective. So when you get into the game, you're gonna log into the game with your wallet. And the smart contract is going to read your wallet, and it's going to ensure that you have a $10 value of StarShip, not 10 StarShip, $10 value of StarShip. And if you do have that, then the code will read something like, you get access, boom, have fun. If you don't have fun. You still can hold on to all your stuff and all your cards, but you can't go nowhere. Yow. Yo. Shika. Yo. Can you whitelist an address? I'm getting a little loopy here, which is kind of fun. But can you whitelist an address if you want to move to a safer wallet? I feel like that statement is offensive because there is no safer wallet than Starbase. That's not totally.
Maybe they're referring to Starbase as the safer wallet.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the safest wallet, Starbase is an incredibly safe wallet. It's non-custodial. It does not link to any servers that capture data or information on the user or access codes. I am the developer of the wallet, and if you lose your keys, I cannot help you into the wallet. I do not know what people hold, and I never will, and I never can, because that's not the way it was designed. If this is how safe our wallet is, I've had to help people figure out why their funds disappeared from their wallet. And it's because they did some sort of update to the phone that changed the keys inside, like, let's say, like Apple's phone. They did some sort of update that changed the keys in these core files. And because that, what happens, like when you jailbreak a phone, so like if a phone has, like, you know, all these biometric passwords and stuff, and you jailbreak it, once you jailbreak the phone, it changes those keys automatically. And if those keys ever change, then what happens to the wallet is it disconnects right away. So, you know, hopefully hackers never figure out how to circumvent that. But if you lose your wallet and someone jailbreaks it, they won't have access to your funds, because those will disconnect from the blockchain. Your funds are safe, but you'll need your backup codes to load them onto a new wallet. The safest wallet would be cold storage. So a cold storage wallet, or a cold wallet, is a wallet that is not connected to the internet. There's so many questions coming in. This is awesome.
Like a hard wallet, kind of, right?
A hot wallet is connected to the internet.
And there's a hard wallets as well, isn't it? Hard and soft, right? Obviously, hard wallets.
It's the same thing.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh, virtual hug. That sounds nice. Yes.
Yeah, the reference to a cold wallet, is that basically put onto a flash stick and done from a flash stick?
Yeah, I if I'm understanding you right, like a flash drive.
Like a USB flash stick, or USB little.
Yeah. That's a cold storage wallet. So meaning it's not connected to the internet.
To the internet. Okay, are they easy to set up or not really? But I've heard about them, and a few people have said that it's best to do that. You can basically just get your wallet, take it away, throw it on the side, forget about it for 6 months, and then go back on it. You're not looking at all the time either. Are they quite easy to set up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, so I have heard that I am supposed to help my friend break into his, which I don't really know how we're gonna do that. It's not break into it. It's not break into it like with the passcodes. It's like outdated or something, and there's like a software incompatibility. So I don't know if we have to like re-engineer an old computer or something, but I think it's Trezor, whatever that is. It's one of those older ones, and he said that the tech support is like awful. So here's what I'll say: the Starbase wallet. And wallets similar, like a non-custodial wallet that does not connect to a browser, they operate pretty identically to a cold wallet, except for the fact that obviously it's connected to the internet, because the phone itself is connected to the internet. The difference being is that the internet has no access to the app itself. So although technically it is not a cold wallet, it operates very similar to a cold wallet, because all of the storage, the keys, are only held on the user's device.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got a question, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So would you guys, would there be a need for like a cold wallet, like a, Starbase version cold wallet, or just because like to have that extra security, like that physical verification, where you press the buttons to transfer or receive? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I do want to do that. I have been thinking about it for a while. Although I'll tell you, like I just said, I believe that that the wallet is just as safe. It can't technically be, but it would be very rare that that it's not as safe as a cold storage wallet. The only reason why I want to make a cold storage wallet is because I'm running a company and I want to make money so that I can make all of the people staking money, and that's just another product or service I can deliver very easily. So why not, dude? Let's do it.
Yeah, well, awesome. I'll get one if you make one.
Okay, I'm gonna get the team on it. The problem with that, and why we're gonna have to wait probably like a year, is because we're having a massive issue globally with like computer chips and stuff. So it's a whole like COVID backlog.
Yeah, no, I did hear about that. That like affected everything from cars to pretty much anything that.
Yeah. So check this out.
Yeah.
My lease on my Jeep is up in January, and I've always had Jeeps. I've had them for years, and you know, I was at the dealership getting ready because it's up in like 3 months, getting ready to get a new Jeep, like a new lease, and he was asking me if I want to trade it in, and I was like, yeah, I'll just do what I always do, like I'll swap it out. But he's like, look, I don't know if you know this, but you only owe $13,000 on the remainder of the lease, and because of this chip shortage, my car can be resold for like $25,000 because they're not making a large supply of them. So used cars right now, at least in America, have gone up like 50%.
That's here as well in Australia. Like
it's crazy.
Pretty much some of them doubled. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, it's kind of good because we're wasting less, but
yeah,
yeah, it's not good if you want to buy a brand new car. Yeah.
Have you seen how many people or not how many people? Have you seen how many cars are wasted a year? Like they have these massive,
it's insane. It's crazy.
They have these massive fields, like acres of just cars, and it's
brand new cars, like never
driven.
Like, yeah,
completely brand new.
It's just tucked away,
and it's because it's cheaper for them to dump them in a field than it is to destroy them or, you know, like ship them somewhere to sell for less. I don't know. The craziest thing. Okay, so I want to address something that Charles in here? So we're having an issue with the Starbase wallet right now. And I met with our dev team this morning. You know, we're looking into it. We've been trying to figure our way through this. It's through here's the issue. We have no issue buying StarShip through the wallet. And it's not just StarShip, it's any token. But for tokens that carry a tax, and this only applies for tokens that carry tax, we're having an issue selling. There are some people that don't have an issue. There are some people that do have an issue. What I've been seeing is that with and there is a solution, but what I've been seeing through Binance, like Binance has been having a lot of issues lately. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that like bogged or PooCoin or whatever, those charts have been having issues. We've had syncing issues, not just with our wallet, but with MetaMask. If you are looking to sell any token that is in the Starbase wallet, you can use Wallet Connect, or you can just import your token into or your wallet into another wallet like Trust Wallet or MetaMask or whatever. But if you do need to sell StarShip or any of your other tokens, you can use Wallet Connect. It works perfectly. You can connect it straight to PancakeSwap. And when you try to sell, if you guys never used Wallet Connect, when you try to sell, you'll do that through the PancakeSwap interface, and then it'll send you a message on your phone to approve the transaction. It'll go through like every time. What I'm guessing is the issue is it's some gas estimation error, but our team is on it and we're going to figure it out. But you absolutely can still sell any token you want through Wallet Connect.
Sorry, I'm kind of zoned out here a little. Get a lot of questions about the game. We had quite a few as well yesterday on the Twitter Spaces. I think that we obviously we have an FAQ, but we might need one of those bot.
I mean, we're going to have to continually update it. No question. Oh, so Katie's making a good point here, and this is why I need Matt. So we're announcing the listing on Tuesday. We're also going live on Tuesday. So I believe we're going live on Tuesday. So I think we're doing it both at the same time.
So obviously, Jared, how we've obviously listed on other exchanges before, and it didn't create much of an impact. Was that a liquidity issue, or is there any way that we can?
It's a bullshit exchange issue.
Is it? Right. Okay.
No, it's a user issue. Right. Okay. Everybody go into Telegram and click the Matt Sell XRP link. Yeah. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, buddy.
I've just been sat here like I haven't really said much, to be honest with you. Like
I give him the hardest time about this, and it's all just fun and games. Because Matt has said on record many times that he would rather eat out of a dumpster than sell XRP. But and I don't want to reveal too much information, but he sold a little XRP, for his family.
I know he has a lot of XRP too.
He has a lot. Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
And he never wanted to sell it, but he sold a little bit so he could buy his wife a house. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait
just
to
listen to what I just said. He sold a little bit so he could buy his wife a house.
A little bit, yeah.
Imagine what would happen if he sold the XRP and just bought StarShip.
Wow. I think I know the sort of price it would be at.
Yeah. So Matt's a good guy. All right, let's see if we have any more questions, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up.
Buy myself a house soon in sunny San Diego.
I would say that again.
I need to buy myself a house soon in sunny San Diego.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll tell you. They're absurdly overpriced.
Yeah.
I bought my house for $750,000 last year. It's worth over $1 million now because of this whole COVID thing. My house is now worth $1 million. It is just like this crazy thing that's happening all around the world right now with real estate.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen, not financial advice, but I think that you're going to start seeing the interest rates go up, and that's going to make it more difficult, obviously, for people to buy. And so the housing market is going to start to drop, and anybody who owns StarShip is going to have a shitload of cash, and you can buy a house if you own enough. Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of years, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. No, dude. This summer, man. This summer. Jay knows more about this. He's way more educated than I am in this area, and he's listening.
I'm listening. I think Zillow said, or CoreLogic, that they're expecting another 12% growth in 2022 in the market, basically average across the country, with certain markets doing better. Jared, you know what's blowing up is Utah, like St. George, Salt Lake City. They're expecting another 25 to 30% growth. It'd be such a great place to own rental.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the problem is the last like 4 years, people in real estate have been saying that we're at the peak, and then this last year happened where we had like 30% growth in San Diego.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of markets are like that. I think it's global, and money's still cheap. But you're right about interest rates. I mean, that'll definitely. The issue is still inventory. People are so scared to sell.
Yeah.
And like with no inventory, it makes it there's still going to be too tight of demand, and we have so much foreign money coming in the United States with all the people that watch StarShip in like China and stuff. They're having to cash out, and this is what's happening. They're all buying houses now.
I know. Damn it.
Today's dip was 3 houses were purchased in San Diego.
But that it's, you know, you were talking about the supply and demand and why it's difficult for the value of prices to go down when people are scared to sell. That sounds like the same issue that it's not really an issue, but the same thing that's happening with StarShip, right? Because as we're seeing with StarShip, a lot of people are not selling. We are not seeing a lot of sales orders. And because we're not seeing a lot of sales orders, we have seen a 244x, 243.93x in the last 90 days, which is bananas. Let's see if I can.
It is insane. What's also interesting is I was looking at some of the wallets that have been selling like the larger amounts, the $10,000 plus amounts. Some of those people bought like 170 days ago. They're not like,
yeah, they're not core members. I mean, obviously they're not core members. They're not.
They just made a shitload of money.
Yeah,
They flipped it out.
Yeah, no, they're not. These are people that got in. Well, when you did, Jay, but there are people who got in a long time, like 5 months ago, and they were never really part of the community, but the value dropped so much that it like didn't make sense to sell. And now they're seeing us on NASDAQ.com or wherever these articles are going, and they're hearing the buzz around the world, and they're like, "Oh shit! I just made like $30,000. I'm gonna sell." And dude, I don't hate on them for it. Like, that's more token for us, and we need it. Not to mention, it makes that chart look super sexy. Like when you see those big drops and then they just get eaten up. That's an investor's
I think the
dream.
way it stabilizes after a dip is like really good to see. It doesn't like necessarily like spike back up, but you see like if you look at the last big dip, it flatlined and slowly started gaining, and then it eventually breaks out. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Amazon. Speaking of Amazon just missed earnings badly.
Ooh,
on revenue.
Really?
Their stock is getting crushed.
Wait, so that can't. I would have thought that Amazon. Well, you're just being quarterly, right?
Yeah, their earnings report says Amazon badly misses on earnings. Their stock's down at $120, which isn't the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah.
And they gave disappointing fourth quarter guidance. I have to believe it's like supply issues.
Yeah. Or they're just bonusing out their executives like a ridiculous amount.
I mean, yeah. And Facebook changes their company name to Meta.
Yeah, dude, that's big news for blockchain. Big news for crypto. If you guys don't know, the meta part of that is metaverse, because Facebook is about to dominate the metaverse area. But there's going to be a counterculture to that, right? Which is not necessarily, I'm not saying we're going to be the counterculture or TCG, but there are a lot of people who just aren't going to want to be directly affiliated with that. But what's great about Facebook making that initiative, which they've been working on for years, is that we have a partnership with a company, like a dev company that has a grant with them. So we're going to have first access to their technology and their blockchain. And then B, it introduces the world and all these companies into cryptocurrency in a completely different light, because You know, a lot of people have a negative interpretation on crypto right now and blockchain in general. Most people think that cryptocurrency and blockchain are the same thing. Like most people I talk to think that they're the same thing, and you know they're not. So there's a lot of education that we got to do. And when you got companies like Facebook, you know, one of the largest companies in the world, coming out and sort of pushing everyone in this direction, it helps all of us.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I think my son just woke up, and I need a hug. So I'm gonna go.
I literally, every time I checked on here today, I had a bunch of meetings, you were literally talking still.
Yeah, it's been insane.
I've joined like 5 different times since like 9.
Because that's my job now, Jay. I can't do anything. We can't go golfing anymore. Like we did that anyway.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah, we haven't golfed enough. We golf for our birthdays. Our birthdays are right next to each other, and we golfed. And I don't know, Jay, do you want to talk about how that went?
No, I don't want to talk about how that went. But I have to go into another meeting, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know how many of these people in this chat work, like, and have jobs outside of just making money on StarShip. But this has been the most distracting, like, 2 days. I literally, like, we're in the middle of it. I was giving an evaluation this day with 2 other people, and I was literally looking at the chart while they were talking, and then they're like, Jay, what do you think about this? I literally had no clue where anything was at. I feel like a lot of people right now are doing the same shit.
Yeah, man.
But I got to jump into another meeting. I'll talk to you later, guys.
I'll talk to you later.
Well, Jared.
Well, since he's off the phone now, I got to mention this. Jay and I golfed. We haven't golfed in a long time. He's my best friend. I beat him in every statistical category. He got his ass whooped. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, all right, I'm going to sign off. I can hear my daughter crying. So I'm going to go help my wife.
Jared, obviously you stole the show a bit, but, you know.
Sorry about that. I just like having someone else on the show, you know?
No, it's cool. I like being here, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So, obviously, if you need me again, just give me a shout. But, yeah, thanks, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks for holding me accountable for being a mic hog.
Yeah, big mic hog. You know,
yeah, I appreciate that.
A little bit of the show. No, I mean, you do everything brilliantly, so.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later.
See you later, man.
All right, bye. Bye.